record this thing. All right, good. So yeah, we want to welcome everybody on the call. Again, this is kind of an introduction. And again, if you are a guest, if we got you from Facebook, we welcome you. If you're checking this out from Instagram, we welcome you. And of course, if you've been invited, make sure that after this call, you get back with the person that invited you on this VIP call, because this is by invitation only. All right. And then we want to make sure that you get all your questions answered. And, you know, we want you to become a part of our family. And then, of course, our disclaimer. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. Past performance does not dictate, promise, or guarantee future results. Okay. And all that basically means, guys, is what happened to me may be different for you. What different for you, different for me. Some people learn faster, you know, some slower. It doesn't matter. We're here as a group together to make sure that everybody's eating in the group. Okay. Everybody. So thank you for being on. All right, so tonight's discussion, guys, what we're talking about is we're going to touch base again on IM Mastery Academy's tools, okay? And that's very important because a lot of people, you know, they want to learn how to Forex trade properly. And the reason I love IM Mastery Academy is, look, guys, let me just put this out there before we get started. You know, you can definitely jump on YouTube. You can definitely, you know, go out there, get some books. You definitely can go do things to learn how to Forex trade. But here's the thing. It's just like being a mechanic. Now, you could go on and work on your own cars, and you're going to learn a lot. That's not a problem. But if you go to a school, all right, if you go somewhere where it's proven strategies and you got people that can help you understand the nuances of trading, that'll just increase your learning curve so much faster. Okay. Not only that, you're going to learn the proper way of learning. A lot of us will learn stuff in life through experience, and we learn the wrong way. Then we learn the right way because we done messed up. We done lost money. We done got hustled, scammed, all that stuff. And then you be like, ho. Okay. Now I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Here, guys, with IM Master Academy, you have 100+ educators that are proven, okay? These are master traders that do this on a full-time basis. They make hundreds of thousands of dollars on a monthly basis, and they're going to teach you exactly how to learn how to properly trade. I am not an IM Mastery Academy teacher, okay? But what I am is I developed a large team internationally, and because of that, we have a great culture here called Team Wealth Builders, and I love each and everybody that's on the team. We have some great success stories. We got some rag to riches stories. We got some struggles, okay? I can just name millions of struggles of people that have came from little to no money and have now making, you know, $100,000, you know, $1 million, multi-million dollars, who are on the team now. And I'm so blessed that that's a part of it. And of course, if you don't know, I have one of our alumni here, Mr. Douglas, the General MacArthur. He's on, guys, and I'm so honored anytime he can grace his presence, guys. He is a gentleman that has made over $1 million trading, you know, from our team. And then of course he turned around and, you know, he started his own ventures. And that's the thing, guys. It's not that we're here to make you a professional trader. Okay. That's not the case. What I want you to learn is a skill set that you can teach your children. Okay. And that you can take as little as $50 or $100 and compound that to whatever you need it to be. If you need $50,000, we're gonna work with you as a group, as a family, to help you get to that point. You need $100,000. You need $1 million. It doesn't matter. This is the great vehicle to do that. Okay. So what I want to introduce to you is two of the main tools. One is the flagship of IM Mastery Academy, okay? It took the CEO, Mr. Christopher Terry, over 20 years to perfect this particular tool, and I love it because it's very, very easy to use. My daughter knows how to use this tool, and she's only 10 years old, okay? And you're able to take the information, plug it into your app that we call the MetaTrader 4, and then you can go ahead and you make some serious money from that, okay? And then we have the IM Web Analyzer, or it's known as the Vibrata, okay? And that's an intuitive tool, which means you have to interact with that, and it's gonna shoot you out trades, okay? And these items, these software that you sign up for, guys, it's gonna shoot out anywhere from 200 to 250 trades a day. 200 to 250 trades a day. So some people say, well, look, Shawn, you know, I can trade on my own, and that's great. You definitely can. It's like having a GPS in your car. Some people still don't have a GPS in their car. Okay, they still know where they're going because they say, you know what, Shawn, I'm driving. I know where I'm going. I know where the church at, the corner store. I know all that. But then some people want to venture off a little farther, so they get a tool like a GPS. So now you don't have to really think about which direction is the fastest, because I can plug it in and say I want the fastest route. I want this route to go detour. I want to avoid lights. I want to go ahead and avoid bridges and detours. So that's what having a successful tool does for your trading. It allows you to save time, so you don't have to be all over the market wondering, what do I get into? How am I going to make money? And then it gives you the answers. It gives you your entry, gives you your take profit to where you can get your money, and it gives you your safety. Okay, it gives you a stop loss so that you don't lose a lot of money. What we do is we use this tool and you practice it on your demo account. Okay, and I always recommend 100 to 200 trades until you feel comfortable. Not when I say, not when your mama say, not when your cousins say, and not when, you know, Lionel Richie, mama say, mama sa, musaku sa. When no matter what anybody else says, okay, when you're ready to go ahead and start making money, then we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's jump into the tool. Actually, I'm gonna, you know, I know Doug's always pressed for time because he's always being pulled a million directions and stuff. Doug, if you want to, can you say a couple things on what's going on and, you know, what's going on with you real quick, and then we'll jump right into the training.
I appreciate that, Shawn. You kind of caught me off guard. You know, kind of a first actually. Normally I'm tuned up, I'm sharpened up. I normally have something that I'd like to add, but as always, I will say, Shawn is a very, very, he's a great mentor. He's a great educator. He's very humble, very patient. Guys, one thing I can say is I know most of y'all don't know me that is on this call right now. If you do not listen to anything Shawn says, go ahead and shut your computer down and get off the call because you're wasting his and your own time. He has, helped me when I needed it. I'm very thankful of this man, older man in my life, because where I started at was ground zero, and I couldn't go down anymore. So I gave everything up and I surrendered. I submissed to this industry, and I'm very thankful for it. And I know you guys hear this all the time from people, how successful people have been, how much money they have made, and how much money they're making. But guys, I'm here to tell you, I started this with $87 and 6 beef ramen noodles, and I was cleaning toilets. So if I can do it, I went to sixth grade and I left because I had to work. I had to get out and bust my hands. So I'm telling you, I'm not the brightest bulb in the bush or the room or however you wish to say this. Um, I don't have a high tech professional background. I've been in the construction, welding, pipelining industry all my life. So if I can do it, if it can change me, if it can change what, my finances, to be able to get into ATM machines, to get into gold mining operations, oil rigs, starting my own trading company, got into e-com. I'm actually currently in drop shipping. And it's about helping people now. It's about helping the masses. That's something I've always wanted to do, was give back to people. So guys, what he is showing you, you have to start somewhere. Okay, I'm not saying you're going to end the same pace that I did. You might not end where Shawn is at. You might not end, where Dan Pena, my man, ends. Okay, but this industry has an ending. Keep the ending in sight. If your ending is 50K, then go for it. Don't let nobody tell you can't. Don't never let nobody tell you ain't good enough, because you are. So again, I appreciate Mr. Shawn. Sometimes I like to, sit in. This is my home. Team Wealth Builders. This is where I started. Shawn's a great guy, man. So if I would say reach out to me at times, but Shawn got you. He's the man with a plan. We came from some of the same background, different countries and, things like that. But Shawn got you guys. So stay focused, stay plugging in. That is the thing. If you don't plug in, closed mouth don't get fed, guys. If you don't talk, I ain't gonna know that you're hungry. You dig it? So keep it up with Shawn. And yes, guys, I have my first 7 when I remember calling Shawn, and I'm gonna give this back over to Shawn because I ain't trying to take his time, but I called Shawn and Shawn's like, yo man, what's up? I'm like, check this out, Shawn. I'm like 200 away. He's like, $200? I said, no, about 200K away from breaking 7 figures. And I called him back like I don't know, I think it was like 17 days later. And I said, Shawn, yo, what's up? He's like, what's up? I said, dude, I did it. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, I just closed out the trade today that took me, I think it was like $127 over 7 figures. And since then, I mean, I started dabbling into a little bit of everything, lost, gained. So guys, don't stop, don't stop. So, and again, Shawn, I do appreciate it. And thank you for asking me to say a couple things, or a few things for that matter. And I'm going to turn it back over to Shawn.
All right, brother. Love you, man. That's what's up. Okay. All right. It's time to get to work. I just want a little inspiration there. I want you to hear from one of our team members right there. Let you know that it's real out here. Okay. This isn't fake. This isn't play. We had to fight to get there. You know what I'm saying? But we did it as a team. We did it as a family. Okay. So, all right. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. All right. Let's get in. All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get the Zoom. Let me get out of this. Close this. All right, folks. All right. Now, normally I would break down the harmonic scanner, a lot. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to move a little faster because we do have some people on here who's been using this for a little while. But the whole thing is, it's like, hey, Shawn, how can I really effectively use this tool? But for those of you who are new or just checking us out, or you're still kind of reviewing, what is this whole thing that we have? This is a software, okay, that you're going to get when you join IM Mastery Academy, okay? This is licensed, this is proprietary, owned by Mr. Christopher Terry. He designed this with some of the best, and I'm talking about the best of the best that money could buy, computer software people that are in the trading industry and in the tech industry to design the software. Now, we're not the only ones that have this. Now, Fortune 500 and 1,000 companies in their Forex department have this similar software. They pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for this. And so this one, that's for retail traders. Those are for commercial traders. Those are for the guys that are moving, a million, at least 10 million, $20 million and plus worth, okay, of money. Here, this is made for the everyday person. So it was made to be simple and made to be able to be functional for the everyday person. And so, like I said, a 10-year-old can learn this as long as you can, read colors and count your 1, 2, 3s and ABCs. You can definitely use this and make a whole heck of a lot of money. Again, I use the story of Mr. Tim Holloman. He's under our umbrella. He's under Mr. Lawrence Young. He started with about $1,500, guys. He used nothing but this tool right here, and over about a 9-month period, he amassed well over $1.5 million. He has taken this, still using this tool, and amassed well over $30 million plus with this tool alone. Okay, so we have some proven stories. Okay, don't know where he is now. I think he bought an island or something. I don't know. I think Patrick, you probably might know where he's at, but he started off from here, guys. All right, so basically I'm gonna kind of run through it, and we're gonna look at trades, guys. I told you today is trading. We're gonna look to see if we can get into something. I'm in something myself. Let me see. Let me glance what I'm looking at. Hit my take profit. Okay, good. So that was about 35 pips. I took off the harmonic scanner, and that was pretty good there. Okay, so what you really need to know is that the candles represent price in the market. It is a physical representation. Kind of like your GPS, you have a little car on your screen that shows you where you are on the road. Well, that's what the candles do. It shows you where you are in price. You take the line that comes across and touches this graph on the left-hand side. That's where price is right this minute as we speak, okay? Over to the right-hand side, okay, depending on whatever broker gives a signal, and a signal is merely the pairs that's given to you, like this USD CHF, GBP USD, that's going to be one pair, a quote pair against the base pair, all right? And it's going to tell you which one is weak, which one is strong, and they're going to trade them, okay? And so if it's red, that means that price is headed downward, and that's okay. We want to know which way price is going, because in Forex, the beauty of this versus stock trading, guys, is that even if price goes down, you make a whole lot of money, and then when price goes up, you make a whole lot of money. It is not about just buy low and sell high. It is about positioning. It is about buying a price, a currency at price A, and then making money when it hits price B, which could be a high price coming to a low price. And then price A could turn around and be the low price and price B be the high price. And as long as it goes from A to B and you can determine what direction you're going, then you can make money. Guess what? This tool helps you determine what direction the market is going. Okay, so you don't have to figure it out. So very simply, when you want to know when to buy and when to sell, here's what I want you to write down, okay? When these take profits, these TP1 that you see here, this TP2 and TP3, when it is under the green line, you are going to press a sell by market. That means we're looking for red candles for it to come down. That's all we're looking for, a sell by market. When the TP 1, 2, and 3 is above the green line, the green entry, you are looking for a buy by market, which means we're looking for it to go up in an uptrend, okay? The way you make money in this business, okay, is the market moves in 3 directions. It's going to move in an uptrend, downtrend, and it does move sideways. And guess what? You can make money when it moves sideways, okay? And so what the D represents, that's really all we need to pay attention to. You don't have to learn what the yellow stuff does, all this other numbers. You don't really have to learn all that, okay? What you need to know is that the D, depending on where that's positioned, will let us know what trend is about to go into, okay? It shows us that this is the end of this pattern, okay? All this yellow was one pattern. Okay, it was trending in one direction, and then the D says, okay, this is the end of it. Now we're about to start a new pattern, a new direction. So now that the D is up top and the TP 1, 2, and 3 is underneath the green, we are looking for a downtrend. So what I'm looking for is red candles, okay? So guess what? We don't see any red candles yet, so what that lets me know is it's not time to get in. Very easy, very common sense. As long as you know what direction you're going, you'll know what candles you're looking for. And when you see the candle, guess what? You can jump in there. All right. So now how I use it, now this is how Shawn uses it. Other people use a different way. That, again, this is a very, a somewhat very accurate software. Okay. Nothing is 100%. Nothing is 100%. Okay. So what we're looking at is a good percentage of wins versus lessons. Okay. I don't say losses. We say lessons over here. Okay. And so what I'm looking for is if I can go from entry to take profit 1, I have about a 90 to 93 to 95 percentile success rate of it reaching to take profit 1. So for Shawn, I'm looking for setups that go from the D to take profit 1, and then that's what I'm going to enter into. What I like to do is I like to look for double digits of pips, okay? So pips is how you make your money. You assign a value to that pip depending on how much money you have in your account. So if I have $100, then most likely I can only go maybe 50 cents, no more than, maybe 75 cents per pip. All right. Because I don't want to, kill it if it goes the opposite direction. If I have about $1,000, I could possibly go about $1 per pip. Okay. And so that means I can grow it considerably. All right. Just by letting it go to take profit 1. Now, why do I not go over leverage? Why don't I go, $10 a pip to make that money? Well, because the chances could be that it goes the opposite direction and hit this red line. And if you go too big, you're going to take a chunk out of your balance. And that's not what you want to do. You want to let things move in your behalf, okay? And you want to move for success. All right. So you want to strategically grow your account over time. And what we do is we use a growth chart to do it. All right. And so that growth chart allows us to follow a plan. We have a certain plan on if we do so many trades and we get so many pips, if we follow that consecutively every day or every day that we jump in the markets, you're going to get to 6 figures, $100,000 in your account. You're going to get to 50,000. I mean, 100,000. You're going to get to 1 million. You're going to get to 10 million. You can do this. All right. We just have to home in on the right tool and the right strategy. So you have the right tool. All right. So now here's the thing. I can put this trade in from where it is to TP1. I could put it in as many times as I want. Maybe I put it in 3 times versus going down and risking more space by going to TP2 or TP3. Because I have a 93 percentile success rate of TP1. I have about a 50-50 chance of hitting take profit 2. And I have about a 33% or less hitting TP3. So when you hear averages like that, why risk your money, okay, taking a high error of misjudgment or a high error of missing it. Instead, you want the highest success rate. So if I can go from here to take profit 1, that would be great. So let me just show you right here. Let's measure it. If I were to jump in right now and come down and take profit 1, that's only 9 pips. All right, 9.7 pips. So here it could be $9. Okay, it could be $90. It could be $900. It just depends on how much money I have in my account and how much I'm going to assign to that pip, okay, to that value. And again, all of this you're going to learn in the IM Mastery Academy. It's not, we're not here to teach you all the ABCs. That's what the academy is for, okay? It's like going for your 4-year degree. You need to go through, be a freshman, be a sophomore, a junior, and a senior, and then you need to graduate by learning, by hitting your financial goal, okay? If I go to take profit 2, which is good, that's 15 pips. That could be $15, it could be $150, that could be $1,500, that could be $15,000. If I had possibly a $50,000 account, okay, and I ended up doing $1,000 per pip, and that was 15 pips, guess what? I could have made $15,000 in a matter of maybe, you know, somewhere between a half hour to an hour. Okay, so within maybe an hour to hour and a half time frame. Now tell me, where else could you sit at home in front of your computer in your pajamas, you know, not do your hair, don't do no makeup, don't brush your teeth, and possibly make $15,000 within an hour legally? I'm gonna throw that in there, legally. Okay. Of course, you could be like Doug and say e-commerce. You could definitely do that possibly. But here, most people want to learn the skill set of Forex trading. Okay. So I'm going to look now that I give you the pure basics of that, okay? A lot of people are able to put strategies on top of this. Now, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. Now, a lot of us get stuck in which strategy works. There are hundreds of strategies that you could use to learn, to help you confirm that it's going from the green line to the dotted line, okay? I want you to really, you know, soak that in for all of you who have been in IM Mastery for a little over maybe a month. We get so caught up in learning all these strategies just to go from the green line to here. And it's really doesn't have to be that complicated. Well, are you using the BYOB? Are you using the cloud? Okay. Are you using the Cash App? Are you using the London? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Well, which one are you doing? Are you doing that? At the end of the day, guys, look, this tool works. And I'm just going to show this real quick. I'm going to show you. And again, I always do this because people don't believe me. I'm going to look at the past few trades and go from entry to take profit 1. Just take profit 1 and see how many of these without a strategy, without any particular strategy, how this has hit take profit 1 and how much you probably could have made. Okay, so let's go to the last trade here, right underneath it. Okay, so let's look here. Okay, so it went from the D. And actually, let me see. Actually, this one hit the stop loss. So this one didn't work, okay, on that one. So that's one loss there. All right. Here's one. Okay, let's see. Came from entry. Hadn't touched take profit 1 yet, but it hasn't touched up here. So this one's kind of deciding what it's going to do. So we're going to wait on that one, USDJPY. All right, here's one. This one went from the green line. This one has touched. Looked like it just touched. Let me show you how many pips that is. If you had taken that trade, okay, that one just to take up was 59 pips. All right, that's all I want to do. How many of you can do one trade per day and do 59 pips on one? This is just one. That's it. If you took this for today, that could have been a $600 day for you. That could have been a $600 day you could have made today just off this one move. That's it. You don't have to do nothing else. I didn't say you have to go all the way to take profit 2. If you did, that could have been a $1,000 day right there. 105 pips going to take profit 2. Look, no strategy. You just wait till it hits here, and once it starts going up, see what I would have got in. Let me show you where you get it. How do you use this tool? Okay, it already touched here. Once this blue candle crossed over the entry, and I probably would have waited till this 1 or 2. Let's say this third candle right here. I would have, let me put a marker there so we can see. I always like to point out. All right, that good? Let's do red. Okay, so right there, right where that red arrow is, I would have got in and I would have rode it up because look, it's going in the direction. what did I say? The D is at the bottom. Take profit 1, 2, and 3 is on the top. I do a buy by market. I'm looking for blue candles. I would have just waited because I want to make sure a couple blue candles goes in my direction, make sure it's kind of going, and it would have head that way. And I got this down here underneath, which is an indicator. This is our RSI. It tells me the strength of the market. It's just telling me that it already came under here, went to very low, and now it's headed up. Once I saw it cross this dotted line and head up, and I see the blue candles, I'm in. Okay, I'm in. That's $600. That's a $600 day. $690 I could have made. That could have been $6,000 right there. Somebody, I promise you, in the market did this move right here and made over $6,000 today. That's it. And that's all you do. That's just take profit 1. I don't care about take profit 2. It may not ever make it up there, but it will. I promise you'll make it take profit 1. All right, let's go to the next one. Look. All right. Oh, this one hit. Okay, so that one hit a stop loss. Not a problem. It came down, turned around. All right. All right, look at this one. This one hit, take profit 1, 2. Okay. This one here, here. Ooh, my gosh, 94 pips just to take profit 1. 94 pips. How many of you could have just put this one trade in that could have been almost $1,000 day for you right there? Okay, don't have that much. Okay, cool. It could have been $90. How many of you could sit home from your job, not go to work, and still made $90 that day? Let's say I put this in twice. It's 180 bucks. I could have put it in 3 times. See what I'm saying? Because I'm just going from entry to take profit 1. That's all I want to do. I'm just trying to show you, it's simple, guys. This is what comes with your IM Master Academy. You don't have to guess. You don't have to get stuck on strategies. You don't have to be all crazy and talk about, well, what's the newest and hottest strategy out there? I don't know nothing. Look, all you need to do, okay, so now let's show you. What do you do, Shawn? What do you do? What do you do with this tool? So all I need, I don't even need the entry. When I see it cross this deep with this green line, when I see it coming in the direction, this is, the D is up. So remember, take profit 1, 2, and 3 is underneath the green entry. That means it's a sell. So I'm looking for red candles. Sell is down, blue is up. I'm looking for red. Once I start seeing the red candles leave the green, I jump in, and guess what? All I need is this number right here, 0.63359. I put that number in, and I need a stop loss. I put this number at 0.63708. Those are the only 2 numbers I need, and I put it in, and guess what I do? I go about my business. I go about my business. I run to the store. I run errands. I go ahead and I go into that meeting that I had. I have a luncheon. I'm sitting there on a one-on-one. I'm giving a presentation. I'm picking up medication from my mama. I'm doing this over here. Regardless, I'm laying in bed, scratching my butt. I don't care. But guess what? You could have made, let's see how much money we could have possibly made just right here. What I said was. That's okay. So that one was 15 pips right there. That could have been $150. That could have been $1,500. Doesn't matter. I would have made it, and I don't have to watch it. See, that's the thing, guys. You don't have to sit there and watch it and stare at it. You just put the numbers in. You already see it. It gave you a trigger that is heading that direction. You put it in. Take profit 1. That's all I want to do. Put it in 3 times. Put it in 3 times. Okay? That could have been $450 right there that you made. All right? Let's see. What's the next one? Did the next one hit? Oh, my gosh. Look at here. This one hit too. All right? This one went to take profit 1, 2. So that one went. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh, let's see. Okay, this one is headed to take, it looks like it's going to make it down there to take profit 1. Okay, cool. So it's on its way. So that one, sometimes it's going to take a minute. But guess what? Nobody said you got to watch it. You just put it in, and eventually it's going to get there. All right, let's see. This one, D. No, this one hit a stop loss. So today's a little funky day today. But guess what? I'm still more than half. Okay, Maxine, thank you. I need to check the chat. If somebody could check the chat for me, let me know there's a question. I want to make sure. Okay. Oh, when the D is at the top and TP is at the bottom, it's a sell. And when the D is at the bottom and the TP is at the top, it's a buy. Yep, that's pretty much it. Yep, that's it. You got it, Maxine. That's all there is to it. Yep. But that's how I learned. When the TP 1, 2, 3 is underneath the entry, I don't really even look at the D. Just when it's under the entry, automatically it's a sell. When it's above the entry, it's automatically a buy. That's it. Okay. CAD JPY. All right, this one went berserk on us. So today was a little funky day. But look, you ain't got to win everything. Look, this one, take profit 1. It hit. Cool. Maxine, you got any other questions? Are you good? You can unmute yourself. This is an interactive call, guys, so you guys can unmute and ask me questions. I don't want to.
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Okay, cool. Well, how do you feel? Have you been using the harmonic scanner?
Actually, I have not. I've been using the ECC11, the Vibrata, but I do the harmonic scanner is something that I also want to use, but as I have not felt comfortable using it. But actually, you just made it a little clearer for me just now.
Okay, fantastic.
I appreciate that.
Fantastic, not a problem. Here's another one, guys. Look, from the D to take profit 1, 81 pips. That could have been $81. It could have been $810. It could have been an $8,000 day for somebody right there. Just going from the green line to the entry. That's it. And guess what? Maybe you caught it late. It doesn't mean I had to get the whole 81 pips. Just think if I caught it 20 pips in and I caught 600 of that. Or 60.
Shawn, I have a question.
Yes.
Is there a good time to look at the harmonic scanner for the trades? Because like right now, most of the ones that you're looking at, they're in the trade, either take profit or stop loss.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the best time to catch the harmonics?
Ooh, Flynn, I love it. She's one of our superstar traders on the team. I love her. And so great question. So guys, you still treat it, and again, this is in the IM Mastery Academy. You still treat it as any professional trader or trader that's getting in. There's still some peak hours or windows of time that you want to use the tools. Okay. So for me, if I'm using it, I tend to trade if I did the London session. If you're an early bird and you want to wake up on the London session, which starts at 3 a.m. and goes until about 11 a.m. Okay. I tend to get on about 30 minutes after the market starts moving. Okay. Because I want it to move. This is a momentum, price action type thing. So I want it to trend. Remember, this is a trending type tool. So if the market hasn't moved yet, it's not going to trend into anything. So I wait till some activity goes on from about 3:30. And I usually about a 3-4 hour window, somewhere from 3:30 to about 5:30, 6 o'clock is probably where you're going to get a lot of movement on the harmonic scanner and on the Vibrata. Okay. So that's when, and if it's a New York session, if it's the daytime, the New York session opens up at 8 to 5. I tend to open up and you start looking at this about 8:30 a.m. Until about maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's when it moves the fastest. Now it goes all day. Okay, so you can catch something most of the day, but just understand it's going to move slower. Okay, because the bulk of people or volume is not at their peak hour. So it's still going to move in that direction, but the whole point is it's just going to move slower. So you have to have a lot of patience when you use these tools. Okay, so that's it on that part. So, and let's check one more. Euro JPY. Let's see. See, that one hit, eventually came. Okay, gapped. Wow. So it did hit take profit 1. Actually came all the way down here, take profit 3. Wonder what that one was. Okay, take profit 1, did the same thing. So see, guys, these things, they work. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But this is where whatever strategy that you use, that can be your confirmation to help you decide if that's what you want to get into. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Even if you don't use a strategy and you just put in the trade, and you just use it's leaving the D, it's going in the direction. I'm looking at my RSI. That's one indicator on the bottom. I see that it's moving with those candles. It seems to be moving downward. So, okay, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to put in take profit 1. And you're going to win trades, okay? So I implore you to really take a serious look at this tool. And of course, in the IM Master Academy, we have a number of educators that will teach you a confirmation strategy to use in conjunction with the harmonic scanner. So it's not just giving you the GPS, but we have instructors that this is what they do full time. They make thousands of dollars using this tool, and they're going to show you effective ways on using the tool. Okay, so that's that right there. Anybody have any questions before I get in? Any new people, anyone who's never seen this before, you have any questions about this? Let me give you the pricing on it. Of course, to get involved in the IM Master Academy, we have an entry price of $235. Every 30 days, it's $175. Okay, you refer 2 people to study with you, and IM Master Academy will say thank you, and they will waive your monthly fee. So you can get this tool, and you get the team support, you get mentorship, and all that other stuff. You can get it for free after you refer 2 people, guys. And you see how you can have a $1,000 day. You see how you can have an $800 day or an $80 day or whatever the case is, just using this tool alone. Anybody else? Any questions? Any comments? Let me check the chat.
I don't have any comments at this time, but I notice you keep saying that the system is not perfect. This is Shawn Johnson. But what I'm looking for is excellence, not perfection. So if it's a 90% chance that this is working, I'm good.
Okay. Well, good. Well, that's it. I mean, and so what the strategies do that you're learning will help fine tune to that excellence. So this is great, but your human interaction can make it close to perfect. Okay. Because there's people like, for instance, let me use with Tim Holloman. Tim Holloman, basically, I'm gonna be honest with you, he had about 100% winning ratio. You know why he did? Because what he did is he found a confirmation just to go 5 to 10 pips. So I was showing you, stuff that has 60 pips, 80 pips, but he didn't want that. All he wanted was 10 pips. If I can consistently get 10 pips over and over and over again, I got a winning formula. You see what I'm saying? That's how you want to use the tool.
Yeah.
So that's it. So yeah, so just by itself is pretty doggone good. But if you add your own little flavor to it, then you might find you a little something that works consistently over and over again. Okay. And so that's what the strategies that they teach you in the academy. They're going to teach you a number of different styles to say, okay, if you use this right, and then you practice it. See, that's what you do. It's just like us playing ball. Shawn, you sound like a ball player. You a ball player, bro?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. So, so we may learn how to shoot that brick, okay? But then we might have a nice little fadeaway, and we stay on the court, and like Kobe, we're going to practice 1,000 shots, okay?
Right.
So we perfect that.
Right.
Okay. And so that's the same thing. You're going to be in your demo account, and you're going to practice until you find that little perfection point, okay, that works for you. All right, to go ahead and repeat that process. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for simplicity and repetition. If you can marry those 2 things using a tool that does the heavy lifting for you, then you're on your way. You're on your way to Doug status easily.
I'm intrigued by when you just said this guy used 5 pips. That's interesting. I want to play with that and see what I can do with that.
That's called scalping. That is a style of trading. We have what we call scalpers, and these are people that shoot for, 5, 10 pips only. Okay. And then we have swing traders. That's kind of what this tool kind of caters to, swing trading, but how you use it is up to you. Okay. It gives you the format, the foundation, and then you kind of work that foundation on how you wish to use it. And so that's how Tim Holloman used it. He said, okay, great. I know from here to take profit 1, I already got a 90 percentile chance, but how do I increase my chances? Let me practice. Let me play around. And he did. He stayed about 6 to 8 months in his demo account before he even started trading live. So that's the key here. Some of y'all like to get in 6 days and go live. Y'all want to go, 6 weeks, go live. And then you get frustrated when you lose a little bit of money. And then when you come back to me, well, Shawn, it don't work. Well, you didn't really practice. You didn't stick with one thing and then go somewhere else. I didn't say Tim tried the Vibrata. He didn't. He didn't do the Gold Cup. He didn't. He didn't do the Teacup. He didn't do it. This is all he used was this flagship tool. And that's how he made it for $30 million. Okay. But you can use any of the other tools. Just stick with that tool and perfect it. Just perfect it. Look for excellence with it, just like what Shawn said.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So if nobody has any questions about this tool, okay.
Wait,
yes,
Shawn, I have one quick question.
Yes.
Quick question. Okay, so I don't believe there's any such thing as a silly question, especially when you're in learning mode. So I just want to make sure that I'm understanding.
Absolutely.
That and I put this in the chat, so I'm not sure if you saw it, but I know that you can set that hard stop to it, and you were talking about, you know, the green line and the TPs, but you were also mentioning, you know, going out shopping, doing different things that you may want to do, and then coming back to it. You're coming back to it in a live state. There's not, right? There's not a way to be able to put when it gets to TP1 or TP2 that, you know, I automatically want to buy or automatically want to sell. You have to still do that in a manual live fashion. Is that correct?
No, that is a great question. Thank you, Quiana, another incredible team member. I appreciate you. So as you progress here in IM Master Academy, there's different ways that you can set this. You can put in what we call a pending order. Okay, so a pending order is kind of like, let's think of it like your GPS. I always love to give imagery. So in your GPS, let's say you're going from your house to your mom's house, okay, and your mom just moved. So you put in her address. But then she says, well, baby, I need you to go to the drugstore, but it's a new drugstore. So what you can do is you can put in a secondary address in there, and it won't start until you get to your mom's house first. Okay?
Okay.
So you can that would be pending. So you would have to go from here to there, and then after you get there, it activates, and then it'll take you to the drugstore. Okay. Well, here you can design it to where I can. Let's say right now, okay. Let's say it's too close to TP1, but I know it's going to go to TP2, and I got to run. I got to go to a meeting. So what I would do is I put a pending order. It would be called a sell stop, which means it'll stop here. It'll get in, activate, and then it'll cut him here. When it comes to TP2, it'll close out. The money will be deposited in my account, and I'm done. And I didn't even have to be here watching it. So I could put in this number. I would put in a sell stop. I would put in 1.29311. Okay, and when this candle crosses over, it'll activate it. Now I'm gone. Now I'm not watching it, but I can watch it from my phone if I want to. And then I can set my TP for TP2 at 1.29245. And automatically when it touches that, it'll close. So I don't have it open. I don't have to worry about it. And guess what? I've made whatever profit that was. Let's just say it went from here to here. All right. It's 7 pips, but let's say I made it $100 a pip. That could have been $700 that I made not even watching it.
Okay, gotcha. I think it was when you were talking about, like, for example, you know, the U.S. markets between 8 and 5, and you said that there are peak times. You may look at it for 4 hours. I was, you know, maybe crossing the two. I don't know if you were saying, you know, you can look at it, come back, and in 4 hours see where it is, or if you were saying you can truly step away and the tool will, with your settings, do what you need it to do, but maybe you're just checking for certain trades within that peak time. So it's just wanting to clarify between the two.
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
not a problem. You could also set it to where, let's just say it hadn't reached up to the green line yet. I could set up another, I could set up another pending order called a sell limit, okay, where it would come up. Once it touches the green line, it'll activate, and then I could catch all the pips in between and set my take profit 1, 2, or 3. So you can even do that even earlier, okay? You can set it to where you see it and you're like, okay, it hasn't quite touched the green line, but once it touches the price, it'll activate and then it'll come down, and I can do that. So that's the great thing about trading and using this tool is you could set it in advance. You can look at it before you leave for work in the morning, see a potential trade setup, put it in, and then, you know, go ahead and walk away from it. Check on it periodically. Now, here's the great thing. If it doesn't ever touch the green point, it'll never activate, so you never lose any money. Okay? So it can work on your behalf that way.
Okay.
Okay? Cool. Excellent questions. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the interaction there and stuff. Any other questions anybody has about the harmonic scanner? If not, we'll just slide over to the vibrato real quick. I heard a young lady said she's rocking and rolling with the ECC 11, so we'll introduce that. All right, so let's get on that real quick. Y'all getting some good stuff from this? Is this okay?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, good. We'll make sure y'all getting something from it. All right, let me sign on in. Ooh, I love when it makes that sound. Okay, let's get a sound going on. I'm just getting set up, guys. ECC 11, that sounds good. Let's try that. All righty, let's get on this real quick, and then we'll close this thing out. All right, so this is our IM Vibrata, formerly known called the Web Analyzer before. So that's why, excuse me, when you're doing some research, you'll hear the old Web Analyzer, which you can pull up, but now we've rebranded under the Vibrata. And so I love that. So this tool, okay, is a step up. It's a step up from the Harmonic scanner, okay? Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so, all right, so it's a step up because what this does is it's a little bit more interactive. And Shawn, this may even work for you too. You use the first one, it gives you the take profit 1, 2, and 3, it gives you your stop loss. Now, this is for someone who likes to freestyle a little bit more, okay? I like using this one. This one doesn't really restrict you to anything. It just tells you when there's a reversal in the market, but it's up to you with your strategy, with your style, with your sauce to determine how far you want to go. Maybe you don't necessarily want to use, and you don't have to use what the Harmonic scanner gives you guys. A lot of times, I don't always use the same stop loss that it gives me. Sometimes I may go in between take profit 1 and 2. It's just a guide. Remember, it's just a guide. But for those who are brand spanking new, I could put my daughter on this and tell her, okay, where's the green line? Where's the blue line? Type that number in. She types it in. It goes to take profit 1. She'd have made $70, made her lunch money for the week. She ain't got to bother me for it. She got her money. Okay? So you could use it that way. So here, oh, love that sound. Okay, so
I'm starting to love that sound too.
that's it. I gets addictive. I love it. So if it's green, guess what? It's looking for buy candles going up. If it's red, it's for sell candles going down. They made it very, very dummy proof. Okay. And so let's take a breakdown of what it's telling us. So first, it tells us that there's a potential buy on Euro USD. We take it and we select it, and it'll tell us, you know, basically what we're seeing. Okay. So it called it at this price at 1.08604. This is when the analyzer detected it and said, okay, this is where, because of the parameters of this particular strategy, okay, it's geared to the strategy that you pick, that we determine that it's now going in a buy, okay? Okay, and so from here, it gives you the time, all that other stuff, and what I really love, it tells you how long ago did it call it. So only a minute ago. So good. So sometimes you may just jump on and it's only 5 minutes old. What I do is I look at it, and I'm going to look at the structure to tell me, you know, where it's going. So here, for those of you who are new, the cloud, I love it. All right. This gives us, it's 6 indicators in one. And what it does, guys, is it gives us a 3D look at a trade, a 3D look. All right. So the 3D look is, we have this green line in the back that shows us what it was doing in the past. Then we have these lines, this blue and red in the middle. It follows what the candles are doing right now in present time. And then this clouded part, the shaded part that you see, tells us what's happening in the future. It gives a mathematical equation of the averages and gives us a likelihood of where it's headed in the future. So it gives us a 3D look. So we kind of glance at that, and after you get used to it, you kind of train your eyes to look at it immediately, okay? So basically, I'll just come back here. So what happened is, oh, this is beautiful. Oh my God, that was a beautiful move right here. Okay. So it chimes, we hit it. What I'm looking for is, where is this compared to the cloud? So think of the cloud like being on an airplane. That's what I always love to use. If you're underneath the cloud, you're coming down for a descent, for a landing, okay? So you're going down for a sell. If you're above the cloud, you're going up up for a buy, okay? When you're in the cloud, you have turbulence, okay? It bounces around, and you don't know which way the plane's gonna go. So all you need to remember is, you can either fly underneath the cloud or you can fly above the cloud, but don't fly in the cloud. Does everybody have that? Yay, no, maybe so?
Yeah, got it.
Fantastic. Okay, so right here, here's what happened. We were in the clouds. Right here, we were all in this area. And then all of a sudden, we went ahead and pulled the yoke back, and the price started shooting up, and it came out the cloud like a rocket ship. So what I'm looking for is, one, I'm looking to make sure that the candles are out the cloud. I'm making sure this green line is out the cloud. And then I look in front, where's the cloud headed? The cloud's headed up. So all these three indicators are letting me know, hey, this okay to get them. Okay?
Shawn, can I say something? The Ichimoku up there, those numbers, you're using the ECC 11, those numbers are incorrect.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
926, just for if somebody is on that's new.
Got you. What are the numbers that you have that you use?
Okay, do the go to settings, the one in the middle.
Well, let me write them down because I'm gonna explain why I'm still using those numbers. What's
okay? It's 6, 13, 26, 13.
Okay. 6, what was it? 13?
13, 26, 13.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So when you're using it, what she's saying is up here in this little corner where it says Ichimoku, you can change these, okay? And now let me kind of do this. I'm just doing it for purposes because Kathy's my girl. I love her to death, so we're on that training. Okay, now let me tell you the history behind the Ichimoku cloud, because I teach on this pretty heavy. Me and Kathy had taught on this together. Ichimoku cloud was primarily designed as a long-term swing trading tool for trending. Okay, so I'm going to tell you it works best on the 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, and weekly. But because, of course, Dr. Kathy went ahead and did her magic, put her sweet sauce on it, she's able to go ahead and change the numbers so you could use it on the 1 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute. Okay? I tend to use it for a longer period of time. I generally don't always use it on the 5 minute, 15 minute. I like to use it on the 1 hour. So I leave it at those settings. But for those who want to use it too, again, this is for you. See what I'm saying? It's a great tool that you can manipulate for yourself. So you might want to try some other settings and see how well it works. But at the end of the day, what we did is we caught this coming out of the cloud. And let me just kind of potentially show you what you could have done if you caught it out the cloud. All right. Let's say we wrote it up here. I'll just say when the green line crossed. So let's just say right here, that's 32 solid pips. I could say you caught there. If you happen to write all the way to the top, not bad. We're about 40 pips. Okay. So let's say you don't catch the whole 40 pips. Even if you caught 25 or 30 of that, that's still great. Okay. And all that was just me glancing at it. Okay. I looked at it, glanced at it, boom, it was coming out the clouds. All right. Here, now for me, I know Dr. Kathy, she'll trade a reversal like this once it crosses over the lines and starts to head back in the cloud. For me, I'm different. And again, this is for you. It's tailored for what your style is. I don't trade reversals on top of the cloud. I only trade sells underneath the cloud. That's me. But she is $1 million expert, so she'll teach you to go ahead and do that, okay? And so I'm a lot more conservative than she is at times. She may be more conservative than I am at times. So for here, it called for a buy to come up. But here's what my confirmations tell me. First of all, my green line is tilted downward. I don't like that. My candles, they're red. They're not pointed up. I don't like that. And then, of course, my cloud is kind of flat. I'm not too happy about it. And then we come down to the RSI. What's happened to the RSI? Looks like it's overbought. Looks like it's headed back down. So this is just one of the confirmations. These are some of the confirmations that I look at to say, okay, this may not be the trade I jump in right now. So what you do is you get your notepad, you write it down and say, let me take a look at this later and see if it's going to go in my favor. Okay. If it does, this could be a potential trade. And then I'll determine using support and resistance. Okay. Which means the high and low where price is going in structure. Okay. So I can say, let me write a quick line. I could put a line. Whoops. Let's move that. I could put a line here. Okay. To kind of let me know that maybe that's as high as it may go. Okay. And if I see it headed back, I might be able to catch a few pips from there. Okay, that's how I use it. Okay, not bad. I got about 12, 13 pips. I could do maybe a quick 7, 8 pips out of that and get it. If it breaks past that, and then I could go for more. I may get in a second time. So see, again, guys, this isn't to be perfect on every trade. Like some people say when it chimes, they jump right in. Well, no, this is an interactive tool. This is just scanning to tell you potential reversals according to the algorithms of that particular strategy. But at the same time, you still, on this one, you are going to have to use your specific strategy that you learned to kind of fine tune and get to that level of excellence like Shawn was talking about. Okay.
Shawn, can I ask a question, sir?
Yes, please.
Right now, what time frame are you showing us on? Because you're using the numbers.
Yeah, it was. Let me. Thank you.
If you're doing these numbers 9, 26, 52, 26, shouldn't you be on the 1 hour chart?
You got it. I just changed it. Thank you, sir. So look, okay. Let's go back to that one then. Let's go back. Let's see. Thank you, sir. See, that's why it's class. I mean, it ain't all about me now. That's why I love having team members with me. I need help. Okay, that one was a 5 minute. Now, normally for me, I may mark out the 5 minute. I usually never get a 5 minute chart, but maybe the 15 or the H1. So we're back to the Euro USD. Okay, this one. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, so this one was showing the buy. This in a pullback right now. It may go up. I would look at it. I still like to see the cloud pointed up a little bit, but this could be a potential buy right here. Oh, that's on the 5 minute again. I'm sorry. Let me get to the 1 hour. There you go. 1 hour. Finally. Okay, there we go. Now it looks better. Okay, so here, yeah, it was on a slight pullback. This one I probably could go in for a buy on that and kind of ride this a little long term. Look at this. Look where this structure is up here. Let me put a quick line there. Man, this thing dropped. Woo, man, this thing had dropped. So it's trying to come on back up, guys. Ooh, this is look good. See, that's what, see on a 1 hour on this thing. Ooh, it looks beautiful. Look at this. Hold on. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. 64 pips at least up into that. So you can catch you some. So this is why I say it comes out beautifully when you're using it for swing trading like this. So now, I mean, put it in. This is a good one to write down. You could definitely put this in probably for a 30 or 40 pip take profit right here, okay, on Euro USD. That's on that one. Of course, we're not in the New York session, so it's going to move slow. You're going to get it, but it's going to move slower, at least until, until the London session starts to come. It might speed up a little bit there. NZD JPY is happening right now. Let's see if this is something we can get some money on. Okay, that's on a 15 minute. It called it for a buy. Okay, looks pretty decent. Let me go back to my 1 hour. Let's take a look at a 1 hour. What's it doing? All right. So this one looking good. It's probably going to break through the cloud. And if so, structure-wise, let's look up here. Okay. It already came down to a low here. How do I know this? Because look what it did. It came down here and it turned around. Now, again, why do I use it on the 1 hour? Because the more information that I have in the candles, the more stabler my support and resistance is. Okay? That's my logic to that. That's kind of what helps. It's stabler that way. You could be looking at either a pool of water or you could be looking at an ocean. Okay, right now we're looking at a lake and looking at the boundaries of a lake. So I have more information on this. So look at that. See how that? So if I looked on a higher time frame, this would look like consolidation, but really it's just bouncing between these zones. So it came down. Well, look what it's going to do. It's headed upward. So see, I use this more than just for taking trades. I use it to help me analyze. I use it to help me give me a bigger picture on what I want to do in the future. So you guys can write this down right here. This is going to be money in the bank. We got about 58 pips to go. You guys can jump in this for a potential buy, at least get you about 35 pips out of that. All right, my RSI is headed up, so it's still headed in an upward movement in 1 hour. Okay, so that's money right there. Y'all write that down. NZDJPY. Go on, get it now. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to USDJPY. What's happening there? Looks like all the JPYs are starting to head back up. It dropped. That's what it did. That was a 5 minute. Let me get on the hour real quick. Okay, so there you go. Hit a bottom there. Okay. Now, I'm also looking at this green line in the back, which we call the money line. You see, because it did a sharp turn and it's headed back up, it lets me know. And my RSI on the bottom, look, it bottomed out under this dotted line and started headed back up. All these are kind of clues to help me say that it may be headed back up. Plus, the other pairs are headed back up. So see, I'm using all the evidence around me of studying the market to kind of give me an idea. If NZDJPY is going up into JPY pair, then most likely all of them are going to start to bounce up. Okay, because it was going down pretty hefty today. So let's go from here up here. Look at that. That's 119 pips. Okay, don't be greedy. You don't need 119. Get about 75 to 80 pips out of that.
So, Shawn, one more question, sir. As the market goes up, say for example, this is going up. Do you enter the trade when it penetrates the cloud, and where would you put the stop loss? There's two questions I ask you.
Okay, so in this regards, because I'm on the 1 hour and because I'm really paying attention to structure, let me take the cloud out because I think we all get caught up on that. Let me hide that. All right, so you see here, even if we take the cloud up, this is what I always teach. Everybody knows on my team, structure trumps everything else. Okay, structure trumps everything else. The cloud is just another one of those little, sweet sauces and how you do things. But really, the structure tells you what's doing it. And again, you don't really need to use all those things if you want to. Just trading structure alone will have a great effect on your trading if you pay attention to that. The cloud just kind of makes you feel good and adds a little bit more to it. But to answer your question, where would I get in for me? I might not have taken this trade only because, again, it's underneath the cloud. For me, I tend to like to go above for it. Like I would have caught a move like this. See, because this is what I look for. Now, again, that's just the style of trader that I am. Doesn't mean that you have to be. I like it to break above the cloud for buys, and then I like to ride it up. And then if you see, the blue line acts like a support. In other words, it followed the blue line. And so I wouldn't have gotten out until it crosses over, which would have been somewhere up here. So, and because there's space between the green line and the candles, that lets me know it's in a strong momentum and that there's a lot of space from the candles to the cloud. See, that makes a difference. That shows some strength in the market. When they're close together, then that's when you have, some chances for a reversal. That's a clue. But look how much space is in between these. It's like 3 separate rows just moving up. So I have no reason to get out of that trade. And so for some people, okay, they would have caught that trade, but look what I probably could have caught just following this. That's 211, about 210 pips on the 1 hour. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I choose to be above the cloud or under the cloud, because I get longer runs. I'm not, and again, guys, there's nothing wrong. Everybody has a different trading style, but I'm not the 10 pip and dip guy all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't just try to, use all this analyzation just to get 10 pips, where I could put this trade in the morning, like with Quiana, and see this go above, and then I could look at it periodically every few hours, and as long as it's still climbing up, I'm good. And then that could have been a $2,000 day for me. Right there off of one pair, one trade, instead of me having to go 10, 10, 10, stress myself out and all that other stuff. Nothing wrong with that. That just depends on the type of trader that you are. Here, okay, I could trade it up here, but guess what? Remember, the cloud could act like a resistance. It could get up to the cloud and bounce off the cloud and come back down. Okay, that's why I minimize my risk by waiting till it goes on the other side of the cloud, gaining altitude, and I'm pretty straight that it's pulling away from the cloud. And then if I see the cloud moving up, then great. I kind of have an idea that, hey, this is going to continue moving up or down. Here, I don't have that. See, this is straightforward. This is coming up. It may make it to the cloud. It may not make it to the cloud. This may just be a pullback. I really don't know. So to cut down on that uncertainty, I'd rather just trade in the zone areas that I'm comfortable with. If it's underneath, I'm only looking for sells. If it's above, I'm only looking for buys. And that has helped me become a lot more successful with using the cloud. And again, there's so many different styles that you can use for short-term trading, long-term. But originally, I use it the way it was originally made with those settings because it was originally made for long-term swing trading. That's me. And then other people have learned to shorten it where you could use it for short-term trading.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions on that?
Shawn, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tell me your name.
This Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey.
Glad you made it up.
Yes, and I love it. I'm going to be calling you afterwards. I got a couple comments and questions. But you said the blue line is more like a guide, right? So that blue line look like it's going up, and it looks like it's ahead of the candle. So over on this side, yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's so once you understand the different pieces, and again, I have a video in our Team Wealth Builder channel, YouTube channel, that breaks down each piece of the cloud. Basically, the blue line, if I get it right, I know we switched the lines, but one shows you 9 moving periods, and the other one shows you 26 moving periods of the candle, the high and low. It takes the high price, low price, divide it, and it comes with that average. And so this kind of gives you, the way that it's moving kind of gives you an idea of how the candles are moving. Okay, so
right.
You move a little bit ahead. So you kind of use it, but honestly, you don't really even need it. I mean, there's just a lot of information in front of you. But once you get used to it, some things you don't really need. I don't really pay attention to that. I use it more so as an exit point. That's what I use.
Oh, okay.
So for me, when the candles are going up, once it started coming up here and then it crossed over the blue line, that was where I probably would have got out. That's how I use it.
Okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it acted like a support. See how it was riding up the whole time? So what it did was I probably would have got out somewhere when it crossed right around here. Okay, so I could have rode it up, or maybe would consolidate or whatever. So that would be a good point because it crossed over to let me know that, hey, this thing could possibly be reversing. Let me just get out and wait.
Okay, makes sense.
Some people would have traded it because it crossed. But for me, yeah, I probably would have been ignorant and lost all this. But that's okay. For me, I'm a lot more conservative. I would have traded once it broke out on the other side of the cloud.
Yeah.
And then when I knew it was in a strong sell. So, you know, there's so many pairs that you could do that with that I don't necessarily have to catch every single up or down. I'm looking for the best moves that gives me the best possibility of winning. If I can find one of these once a week or twice a week, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? I don't need to find that every single day. Because this right here, if I did $10 a move, that would be a $2,000 day. How many of you would like a $2,000 week?
Me.
Okay.
Or 2,000 times 2.
Okay. That's one trade that I did. Okay. So that's it. See, I don't have to do every little thing and start getting myself confused. Instead, I stick to very, very simple rules for me. When it's above the cloud, I go for buys. When I'm under the cloud, I go for sells. When it's in the cloud, I don't touch it. That's me. Okay.
Got you.
And then you have a device, a software that's spitting out 200 trades a day. I don't have to get into every trade. If it don't look good, I just skip it. I'll be like, it's not set up right. It doesn't look good. See, I look to this one. See, it's parallel. It doesn't look good. So I move on. I don't have to even spend time on it. If it doesn't look right to me, I don't even have to spend time with it. I'm just going to keep letting it pop out. See, consolidation. You see how it's bouncing? Actually, I'm on the wrong time frame. I'm sorry, because it's all 5 minutes. But I'll look at it on an hour. Okay, this one looks pretty good. Looking decent. It came out the cloud. It's steadily going up. hey, I may just jump in this for maybe 20, 30 pips if it's looking good. But I first always check my support and resistance. I see how far I can go up. This one was on a steady going down. So this one's steadily going to start heading up. Probably, possibly a lot of these Euro and JPY pairs, because it had dropped because of coronavirus and stuff going on with trade. It's probably midweek, probably tomorrow. It's probably all those JPY pairs are going to start heading back up. Excuse me. So start looking at your charts and your currency strength meters to see if that's the case. And if so, you guys have a beautiful rest of the week. Okay. Any questions about this? Again, we have tons of educators in the IM Master Academy that's going to teach you. Of course, Dr. Kathy Kirkland, she is the GOAT, the greatest of all time with his ECC 11. She has parlayed this to fashion, you know, herself to get continued wins. You know, she's took $40 account, made it into 1.3 million in, I don't know, like 8 months. Using this strategy. So again, guys, we have proven people that are doing this. This ain't no, you know, oh, I just happened to do it for a few, you know, little bit and I don't have any track history. No, you have people that have made millions of dollars that are showing you how they did it on a daily basis, almost 2-3 times a day. Dr. Kathy gets on and she's mentoring you one-on-one, basically to show you, hey, this is what I do. And she's giving you the trade. See, like I'm showing you what's possibly you can get into. She's calling them. She said, okay, get in now for 10 pips. So you'll get in, you'll leave, you done made $200. You'd be like, okay, Kathy.
Mr. Shawn?
Yes.
Hi, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
I'm listening, but I am at work. So it's like I'm going in and out of the call and everything. I was wondering, is there any way there would be like a replay or something like that at all?
Yeah, absolutely. How did you get onto the call? Who invited you?
Or how I'm on the Telegram.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm beginning to understand, but because I'm at work, I'm in and out. So I didn't want to miss anything.
Not a problem. You're in our Team Wealth Builder Telegram?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I will put the replay of this inside the Telegram. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You're the best. Who are not in Team Wealth Builders, y'all need to sign up so y'all can get in. You get the replay too. But better yet, guys, I mean, I'm just a tip of the iceberg right here. The academy is where you need to be in, guys. And that's it. You get an academy, learn the fundamentals of it, the basics. What I'm doing is nothing big. This is just the foundational pieces. Me and my brother Patrick, we have been sharing this information all around Atlanta and teaching people how to, you know, get the basics of trading. And we had a good conversation today, and we follow one of our educators, Stevenson Lindor. And so Stevenson Lindor, I personally got to sit down with him and train with him. He's the one that taught me about market structure. And that has been the foundation of my trading the whole time. Is the strategies are nice, but at the end of the day, if you can, you know, recognize structure, you know, that this is the low point, these are high points, and that's going to touch in these areas in reverse, then you really have a great foundation to winning a lot of trades. Okay. And then the harmonic scanner does it already marks up the charts for you. That is structure. See, that's why I said you don't necessarily have to have a strategy with the harmonic scanner, because that is structure already broken down for you. That's it. It's the same thing I was doing here, except you have a software that does it for you. Takes all the heavy lifting for you, okay? So, any other questions, any comments, anything like that you want to share? Did y'all get something from this tonight?
Absolutely. This is Shawn Johnson. We was talking about the guy that trades using 10 pips. What was the term you used? You said what you do is swing trade, right? And what was the term for what he does?
Scalping. You can
scalping. Okay.
Scalper, yeah. Like you're just scalping, like when somebody just kind of cuts the very tip of it off. So it's called a scalper. So SCALPER, scalper. That's a short-term trader. That's a person who's in and out very quickly in the market and stuff. There's people who trade like a 1 minute chart.
This is something you can do both, right? Like my wife and I both involved. Kiana Johnson, that's my wife. She asked you the question. Like
Oh, okay.
I can do the scalping and she can do the swing.
Oh
That's
yeah,
something
me
both
and my
can
wife
do.
do that. My wife is
Okay.
I'm more of a scalper sometimes. I flip between both. I really do.
Okay.
She's more of a swing trader because she's very busy. She'll get in a trade in the morning, won't look at it until a few hours later. Look, honey, I beat you. Get out of here. You know,
Okay.
so yeah, and you can switch, you can change. Again, this is about skill set. This is like
Okay.
you know, you get to learn, or like Patrick, what were we talking about? We were talking about cooking earlier. You know,
Yes.
some people like to cook spicy, some don't want to be spicy, but either way, the food is done, it tastes good. You know, whatever your style of cooking is, that's you. And so, you know, you can flip it. I get bored sometimes just doing swing trading because I'm like, man, I ain't looked at a chart in 3 days. I'm making money, but I don't feel like I'm connected to the chart. So yeah, so then I'll go scalping. I'll be like, ooh, I'm gonna get this 10 pips. And those are quick little highs. And then sometimes I just want to chill. Maybe it's a busy week and I'm like, you know what? I don't really have time to sit, but I gotta make some money. I'm gonna go ahead in this long-term trade. So the academy will teach you all of those styles and you can interchange. You can find out maybe you like that versus this. Maybe you change it. I know a lot of us on the call, we started off as swing traders. We eventually became scalpers. And then maybe we go back to swing trading. You know, it just depends. But that's the joy of learning this skill.
Okay. You mentioned something about you and Patrick at the meeting today. Was this something you did in person? Because I'm in the Georgia area. I live in Alpharetta.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we
maybe we
actually
can
have and I'll put the flyer out, Quiana, not you, Quiana, but the other Quiana, your sister-in-law, Quiana. Quiana, I'm gonna put a flyer on.
Actually, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Quiana is my sister-in-law and
Right.
Kiana is my wife, but their names spelled the same.
Exactly. I got that. I've been practicing that. She told me about that. So
Okay.
good. So that's why I'm speaking to Quiana, that in the Telegram group. So I will share the flyer here and you'll get that. Me, myself, I know Patrick will be there. Dr. Jewel Tankard, my mentor and multi-million-dollar trader herself. She will be there this Thursday in Mableton. We will be hosting a meeting there. So Shawn, we need you and your wife, your beautiful wife, to come out. Go ahead and eat some good food. Come on, politic with us. And we're going to do some training also. So this is a great time to get started, get a part of the family, and let's go ahead and introduce you to the fam and get started.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shawn, I just want to let you know that in March, we're going to start up on the east, we're on the west side. We're on the east side, right? In the College Park area or Union City area, where we're going to be not only show the presentation, we'll also be training. But we'll let everyone know in March.
Okay, that's really the south side. So we on the
south side. I meant the south side. Yes, I forgot what side I live on. South side.
That's it. Yeah, you see, he's from Jamaica, so you know everywhere is south side for him. So.
Oh, I love that. Oh yes.
So great, guys. If you guys don't have any questions or
comments, I have one question I want to ask, Shawn.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
If you put the cloud back on this, I want to ask a question when you have the cloud on.
Okay.
This is going into a buy and it's above the cloud. So I mentioned to you about stop loss.
Oh, where would I put the stop loss?
Would you put the stop loss at the bottom of the cloud? Where that the line is at the bottom of the cloud?
Now that depends on your lot size, but no, I probably wouldn't do that. So let's say, for instance, I would enter right where this green line is. I would probably put a stop loss right underneath this red line here. Okay, because I kind of have two areas. This is again like my support, and so if it breaks that line, it probably may, because it may pull back a little bit. But if it breaks underneath that, then I probably want to get out.
I see.
If I go way down here, that's too far. I mean, I'm gonna lose a lot of money that way. You know, say if I'm all the way under here. Now, if I was closer, if I just broke out of the cloud, then yeah, I probably would have it right under the cloud. But see, so it's all about positioning. So once it goes up, I want to change my stop loss to a stop profit. Okay? So stop loss is when you first get in, and if it turns on you, yes, you're going to lose some money, but it keeps you from losing a lot of money. So that's a stop loss. But once it goes into profit, I want to move it up, okay? Or for someone like Quiana, who's very busy, she can put in what we call a trailing stop loss. You can only do it on your computer, not your phone. But what it does, ladies and gentlemen, is I can set it for maybe 15 to 20 pips behind. And what will happen is this will automatically trail behind as it goes higher, higher, and higher. So let's say Quiana, she goes into one of her important business meetings. She says, ooh, I'm going up. I'm about $200 in profit. Her goal is to make about $700 on this particular trade because it's going higher. So what she does is she sets a trailing stop loss while she's in her meeting. It goes up, 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 up. The stop loss secures her profit. If it pulls back, it's going to stop right where it is. So it's kind of like that. You know, as long as it's moving forward, the trailing stop loss goes with it. But the second that the candles move backwards, it stops in place. So let's say she was at $200 profit before she goes into the meeting, it goes up to $450, and then it turns back. Well, then it hits her stop loss, where she has secured $450 out of the $700. Okay, so she didn't have to watch it. She just let it ride up and do what you want, you know, while she was in her meeting. So that's another way that you could use the tool effectively.
Thank you very much, sir. You answered my question, and I really appreciate it. And wonderful session.
Not a problem. I thank you, sir. And again, guys, Mr. Patrick Tingling, he is a great business partner of mine. We have done some seminars all around the city because we're trying to bring more awareness and education to Forex trading. But we have, you know, one central location where we plug in with our millionaire mentors who's been doing this also. And that's what's going to happen on Thursday. So again, we'll make sure that you get the flyer for that. Please, whoever invited you on the call, please get back with them. If you on Facebook, please shoot me an inbox. I'll be more than glad to share that information with you because we want you to get this information. Okay. And so that's pretty much all I got. Anybody got any comments or questions? Again, anything else? I want to make sure I got everybody. There's no dumb question, no silly question, anything like that. Again, these tools come with your package. You can add it a la carte. Okay, so when you get the 235 package, the Harmonic scanner automatically comes with that. You would have to add the Vibrata for an additional, I think it's $21.95 with your monthly. So it'd be $175 plus $21.95, put you around $192, something like $190 something. Or you could get our elite package, okay, for $335 and $274 every 30 days. Still refer to people and get everything for free, okay? And you get the web analyzer and about 9 other tools that you can use also with the Harmonic scanner. You get this, you get the gold cup, you get cryptocurrency education too. So if you're interested in Bitcoin and trading, we have education that comes with that too. So you could trade cryptocurrency, okay? So that's kind of all that I have. If nobody has any other questions, guys, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be with each and every one of you. Man, thank you so much for everybody being on the call. We're going to do this again next Monday, but I got a surprise. I was trying to hold it. Let me see. Is Najee on? Guys, next week, you cannot miss it. I'm going to have one of my superstar traders. His name is Najee Harris, okay? Najee is my US 30 and cryptocurrency guy. He is killing it in the markets. He's doing his thing. He's a long distance truck driver. He's about to retire and get out of the truck because he's doing this Forex thing. And he's going to talk to us about how to understand US 30, the way it moves. What are the points? How much money do you need to have? So we're going to break that down a little bit. And then, of course, in the academy, we have teachers that's going to show you how to go ahead and get those strategies to learn that. So with that being said, it's been an honor. Thank you so much. And again, you know how to get in touch with us.
I don't understand that thing.
What you got? What you got?
Beatrice.
Hey, Beatrice.
Yeah, it's like a jigsaw puzzle to me. I don't understand anything, but I guess I'll learn as I go along.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is just to, you know, to keep it before your eyes. And if you go in the academy, remember, go through all your bases. Go through your 100, your 200, your 300, 400. Don't skip anything, guys, because number one, you're paying for it. And number two, Christopher Terry does not put in anything in your education that you don't need. He is he's a billionaire. I said with a B, not an M. He's a billionaire that's done this through trading. He's not going to give you stuff you don't need. So if you go through that and just clear out a little bit of time, 30 minutes a day, watch those videos, take notes, then get with me, okay? And I'll make sure that you're understanding stuff. If we need to do a one-on-one, we'll do a one-on-one. Claudia, do we not do one-on-ones? Unmute, Claudia. Tell her, how many one-on-ones have I done with you?
Yes, we do one-on-ones, and you have done several. Thank you, and you'll probably be doing several more.
Okay, that's not a problem, but you gotta be on the team, y'all. Y'all gotta be on the team. Gotta be on the team now.
I need
Shawn
that
is
one.
always there for you.
Okay. Yeah, because I want you guys to get it, man. I want you guys to be a testimony. The only way we grow as a team is if you're winning and if you're making money. I need a gang of people retiring to where people say, man, what is y'all doing over there? How you got people with no jobs, man? What y'all be doing? How you get retired people? Okay.
We do too.
So that's the goal.
One final question, Shawn, just about that meeting on Thursday, because I'm literally putting time in right now to ensure that I'm there. What time is that meeting going to be again?
Okay. Is this Quiana or Kiana?
It's Kiana.
Okay, Kiana, great. I'm so glad that you're on. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you. Thank you for being on and being open-minded, okay? Because we want to get you guys there. It is at 7 p.m. As a matter of fact, let me see. Did I save it? Let me.
Okay.
If y'all give me. Actually, you know what? I'll make sure you have it. Don't worry. I'll make sure you have it.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
You have it. So yeah, it's. I was gonna try to share, but I don't have it sent here yet. Yeah, I'll make sure you guys have it so you can save it. All right.
Appreciate it.
Any other questions? Anything else?
Are you gonna have any training in New York?
I mean, look, here's what I tell everybody. If you can get 30 people in a room, I'm coming.
Okay.
Okay?
All
I don't care if it's your family reunion, I'll come. If it's your church, I'm coming. Okay? If you got all your neighbors on the block, I'm coming. If you tell them you're having a fight party and you trick them, I'm coming. Okay? It will make it happen. That's not a problem. And Flynn is in New York. She's my counterpart up there. So Flynn, who you heard, Flynn Brown, she's up there. So she got her. I got a couple other people. Nikki Cunningham, I think, is from up there. Yeah, we got some people in New York. And Dr. Jewel Tankard, she has a large group up there, so she's willing to come up. So that's it. But that's her requirement. That's why I say you get 30 people in the room that are open to this and want to learn this thing. We coming. We are coming. Okay. I'm gonna teach my.
Shawn, the flyer is in the team app. If they're in the team app, Dr. Jewel put it in there.
Did she? Okay, cool. If y'all want, give me a second. I'll post it real quick because I do have it. I just hadn't had a chance. I put it on my Facebook. I'll make it real quick. And then you guys can take a snapshot of it. But I also will make sure that you guys have it. What else? Email it. Okay. But anybody got any questions? Any concerns? Anything? Everybody ready to start using the analyzer?
Yes.
Oh, that my brother Shawn right there. Boy, ready to do it. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. All right, let me pull the flyer up.
So Shawn.
Yes.
You asked, is everybody ready to use the analyzer? Did you mean the analyzer or did you mean
the harmonic scanner?
Harmonic
or
scanner?
The analyzer. Yeah, it don't matter.
Oh, whatever works.
Well, I mean, they both work. So yeah.
I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Thanks.
Got it. Okay, I'm about to post this flyer. Let's see here. Ooh, that look good. Go ahead, Jewel. Man, they be doing that thing. Make me look good. That's what I'm talking about. All right, there we go. Y'all can see it. Yes, no?
I can see it.
Okay, fantastic. So y'all can take a screenshot instead. So yeah, so excuse me. So this will be this Thursday, February 27th. We start at 7 o'clock. Registration will be 6:30. So if you can get there. If you are already in the IM Master Academy business, then yes, we do ask that you please contribute $10 for that function. But if you have a guest, Shawn Kiana, you guys are my guests. You guys, of course, are Kiana's guests, so you guys are free to come. All right, just make sure you tell them that you're guests of mine. So you guys are good. Anybody else who is not in the business, make sure that you come and yeah, get a great seat, because we're about to turn that thing out and you know, show you guys how we make this money.
I'm very excited.
Very good, very good, very good. All right, y'all. Well, I don't want to hold y'all any longer. I held you long enough and stuff. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Be here next week, but I want y'all to be here next week and be on the team and do it and stuff. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody have a great evening.